Hello, my name is Mohammad Nur Imran and I will introduce about the programming project. In this portion, a brief introduction was required to the C program and the project mission. To make this project aim clear, the problem statements and priorities are stated and the group organization is composed of our group members. Overview on C programming. A general purpose organized programming language is used in the C software. The C language was designed to be relatively compiler to provide low-level memory access to easily provide map language creation to machine language and to provide minimal information for runtime. For the C++ app, DEV, it is a free, fully featured integrated software environment that is distributed under the GNU, which is General Public License for Programming in C++. It was composed in Delphi. DEV C++ is a software that is also a language for overall object-oriented programming formulated by Jan Strostrup. That is a development of the C language. Outline on fabrication program. We want to help SuperMetal Company strengthen its production planning in this final project for BDA 24202 by designing 3 programs to guide its operator in using traditional machining for selected metal parts in the lattice milling machine and drilling machine. Metal processing is the development of metal structures by cutting, bending and assembling metals for general understanding. It is a value-added process involving the production of different raw materials for device, components and structures. A production shop normally bids for a work, usually based on technical sketch, and builds the project if the contract is won. White fab shops use a number of value-added process: welding, carving, shaping, and machining, among others. As in most industrial method, it is common to use both human labor and automation. A finished object can be considered fabrication, and fab shops are called shops specializing in this type of work.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Muhaimin. On our group project for programming, I would like to present to you about the method that we use. The method that we use for our 3 type of machine. First, the method. The full detail of this chapter are to be carried out on the basis of the method used to the project. Method that can be used for the project are selection on the right computer, or the method the selection or type of the raw material to be used, the list of the relevant formula and so on, the performance and the selected operating process, and the output of the parameter formulas for all involved processes. First, the introduction of our method. In the view of this task, we are responsible for the creation of the C program for manufacturing, developing the metal product, as we show on our report or slide. To produce a metal template product, there are many factors in the creation C program codes, varieties from one another. There are 3 machines that we can use, as I state. There is a lathe machine, milling machine and drilling machine. As the product that we want to design, cutting, shaping and metal. That for the intro. And the design department. This department need to be create a C program to demonstrate a 2D mechanical design of the metal product. It is possible to adjust the dimensional view via C program with flexible parameter. As we all know, that there are many type of machine, and we want to program the machine to run that design, cutting and shaping on our product. So before we run the C++, we must look at the specification of the lathe machine, as we take the universal lathe machine. And for the third is we use universal drilling machine and universal milling machine as the specification of our C+ program. And on the calculation on the machine, we we can state that for the lathe machine drilling and milling, we also make a flow chart and state the calculation as the flow chart of the our process on designing or shaping the metal. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Nur Imamin Johari. I'm going to explain about the programming for latte machine. So the machine that will be used is get back CWM. So the limitation for the material size is 200 mm times 200 mm. For the flow chart, first is start the program, and then it will calculate the product dimension of the turning process. So the first dimension is the actual dimension, which is 200 mm times 200 mm, and then we must key in the dimension for the parts that we want to cut. So in this program, I divided into two axes, which is x-axis and y-axis. And then the turning process will be proceed, and the time taken for all the process to happen will be calculated, and the total energy for all process per hour and per day will be calculated, and then end of the program. Now I will show you the function of the programming. So first, it will be stated that the machine that will be used is get back CWM, and the size limitation is 200 mm times 200 mm. So first, we need to key in the x dot value, which is 20, and then we must submit the x1 value, which is 180. And then we need to key in the y0 value, which is 0, and y1 value, which is 25. So we will get the result of the cutting time and the total processing time, and then we will get the result for total energy consumption per hour and total energy consumption per day. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For the system of milling machine, first we need to know the flow chart of the system. We start with start, and then for the input, we need to insert all the input and data, and then if the input exceed the maximum specification, it will restart again. If the input did not exceed the maximum specification, it will go through the process. For process, we need to calculate the machining time, energy consumption, the cost of the product, and the productivity per day. And then for the output, display the machine time, energy consumption, cost, and productivity. Okay, for coding of the system, first we go to the user interface. In this interface, it will state the maximum specification. For example, for allowed material, length of the material, maximum length of the material is 1050 mm. The maximum width of the material is 250 mm. The diameter 6 mm, and the maximum depth of cut is 20 mm. And then we need to press enter to continue. For second page, it will tell you milling machine operation. In this program, going to calculate the machining time, energy consumption, cost, and productivity per day. And then for calculation and result, first we need to input a parameter. we need to input the cutter diameter, spindle speed, the L, table feet per minute, depth of cut, width of cut, specific cutting force, and working hours. And then it will calculate for cutting speed, time machining, energy consumption, cost per day, and productivity per day. After that, it will ask you if you want to continue or not. If you want to continue, we need to press Y or yes. So it will repeat again the process. If we want to quit, we need to press N or no. So it will stop the programming process.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hello everybody. Today I would like to present about our group project. Before that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Zahid bin Saleh, matric number AD180075 from group 8. Okay, for my part, I would like to explain about the drilling machine. So that first of all, we go to the main. So here they have three type of machine drilling machine, which have the three model here, and this about their characteristic of the machine. We have a working area, drilling max thickness, drilling hole diameter, variable RPM, motor horsepower, number of spindle, SSC, YSZ, and others. Okay. Then we go to the flowchart. Firstly, we start the machine and prepare our workpiece. Then we prepare the product dimension for the drilling process. Then we proceed the drilling process using the machine, and we go to the calculate the total energy used for all process per hour and per day. Lastly, we end and have already produced the product. Then we go to the product here. Okay, this is our workpiece that I want to drill. Okay, then we measure all the characteristic one, all the variable, which is the width, diameter, depth. Okay, and then this here the lastly progress, and we have the hole here is already shown. We have already drilled the workpiece. Okay, for the coding for programming, I already said this coding, and I would like to try the program. Okay, before I forgot, I would like to show the drilling machine. Okay, so here about the drilling machine. Okay. Okay, then we go to the software programming. Then, okay, we run this coding, this programming. Okay, this is about the all the what we say about the variable. Okay, we press enter to continue, then press 1 to continue. Okay, so the drilling machine operation here, this program going to calculate about the machining time, energy consumption, cost per day, and also the productivity. Okay, this part, please enter your parameter. So we enter all the parameter. Diameter is 15. Okay, spindle speed about 1500. length 120 feet per revolution, 0.3. Okay, depth 35, width 70, force about 60, working hours 5 minutes, and the result show about the drilling speed, machine time, energy consumption, cost per day, and also the productivity per hour. So here that about my part. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
For the conclusion, to conclude, several kinds of mechanical oriented devices are commonly used in this country. For example, using DEV C++ programming tools, we can program machines in several ways. It would be better for us to the user to use this machine if we configure this machine, since they just have to key in the parameters and let the program do the rest. In order to get the best result to represent to the customer, the program itself must be right and the formula used must be valid. A simple formula for an example region of plate and product volume has been used in this program. It is also important to arrange the algorithm or a source code, and one day if we try to reprogram it, we won't have any trouble doing it. We have successfully accomplished our targets in this project. We had to create the DEV C++ programming code to manufacture the metal component in this question. There are 4 codes of C programming that need to be created to assist the 4 divisions in creating metal product design. The 4 divisions include mechanical design, production preparation, and production planning, logistic, and production and packing. We use the mill 8 mega CNC milling machine, FA&UC arc made 100 IC and M3 M12 CNC electric drill, robot arm tapping machine, and hot tapping machine for the development process to pick the machine. There are some problems facing this project during the development of C programming. There are bugs, for example, and the program cannot be compiled. For several times, we tried to mistake this issue have been smoothly solved. The project's problem statement are then solved and priorities are reached. With different processing process and equipment, we have successfully built a software to produce the chosen metal component. Finally, we might say that in the real world, the EV C++ has many features, not only a computer that can be programmed, but also many other items that can be digitalized. Thank you.